We're live, brother.
What's going on, man? How you doing? How you living? How you feeling?
Good, man. Good. We're good. We're back in action.
Yeah, dude.
Ready to go.
RJ, we got 3 weeks left, including this week.
Mm-hmm.
Next week is Travers, and then we got one more weekend after. It's crazy how quick this season goes by, man.
Dude, it's been flying. I remember when we were in Belmont, and now it's
That's
been
what I
like
mean.
it's been
It was like
months
yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yesterday was July. We were just starting Belmont. We were getting
Yeah.
into it, and now here we are, 3 weeks left to Saratoga, man.
We're in late August. We're in late August.
The dog days. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you know what's fun though? And we were talking a little bit before the video started. We got that good time of the year for baseball. Everything kind of means something. And unfortunately, we get force fed the preseason and all the hype and all the opinions and all the look aheads. But what's cool and consistent is just horse racing, man. You get good races every day, every weekend, and it's one of those things, man, where it's like, as soon as the last week of Saratoga happens, we're into the NFL season. So it's awesome, man. It's great. I love this time of year.
We had some good races today in Saratoga. They had the Skidmore Stakes. I saw Tyler Gaffalione took home the trophy today.
Yeah, Tyler won a couple today. He's picking up some mounts. Glad you brought that up. Joel Rosario's gone this weekend. He's out racing in Del Mar for the Pacific Coast Classic out there. So he won't be at Saratoga tomorrow, which is why you didn't see him in the program.
Okay. I actually didn't even notice that Joel Rosario, but now it makes sense because I didn't see Rosario.
Yeah, and I usually always pick one or two Joel horses.
Joel, yeah, exactly.
So I was originally, I was like, wait a minute. And then they actually said it yesterday. Greg Wolf was talking about it on TV that he's going out there for the Pacific Coast. I can't remember who he's racing, but he's on somebody big. I want to say it might be a Baffert horse, but he's on somebody big out there at Del Mar.
And I heard that's a beautiful course. I'd like to go out there someday. I heard it's really nice.
I would love to. I hear it's fucking amazing. I mean, Del Mar, Santa Anita, I heard is beautiful as well. Santa Anita.
All those California places, you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah. The thing is though, they only race like 7 races. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. They race shorter races. It is weird. They got a beautiful, what I have seen, they got a beautiful like paddock area. Like Saratoga's is pretty nice too, but the paddock at like Del Mar is like, I don't know. It's pretty cool. It's all like closed in. It looks like a little coliseum.
Yeah,
so it's kind of cool.
We were talking the other day. Your dad got nice seats. Got to go up next to the jockeys. That must have been cool.
Yeah. Yesterday, actually, he didn't know it. He showed up to work. His work got the tickets, and he ended up going in the 1863 club for the day yesterday. So that was pretty cool. I was super jealous. He's sending me pictures of him and freaking Luis Zayas from like me to you away. Like it was in that horse that he sent us the picture of ended up winning, and he had.
Of course he did.
That was pretty cool. Yeah. So it was awesome. He said it was great. He had prime rib. He had some salmon. He said that the spread was great. The visuals was great. So that was cool, man. I definitely hope I can dive into that 1863 club one of these days because that looks like it's something you got to do.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where when you're watching on TV and where those horses walk out of for the post parade, that big building, that's the 1863 club. So you can walk right up to the rail and you're watching the post parade, as each horse comes out. It's pretty cool.
I think it's really interesting how just how big the horses are. When you get that close, you realize
you forget they're 1,000-pound animal.
Yeah, it's like a car.
Yeah,
it's like a car. You know what I mean? And they're humongous. And then when they, I remember your dad telling me, we were talking about it. You have to go so close at Saratoga because you can hear the rumbling on the ground when the horses start coming down the stretch. It's insane.
Yeah, and what it makes you really do is I gotta say, I love giving credit to all the jockeys. They do all the dirty work, all the outriders, everything. But you know how the type of balls it takes to climb aboard 1,000-pound animal every single day with a possibility you're going to get thrown if they want to just throw you. Because you're 100 pounds if you're
then being a stampede, basically.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's what you're basically in.
Yeah, they're honestly, man, it's a little, but they're like modern day gladiators. It really is. It's crazy. They're doing something that not a lot of people would do every day.
I don't think people give them enough credit for how dangerous it is and how exhausting it is to ride a horse and tell it to kick, tell it to go. So not only do they have to do that, know the horses that they're racing, do the background information, do their whole scouting, and then they have to make sure that they're hydrated because it's super hot. They're wearing, I don't know how much they're weighing almost more than they weigh. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. And that's the thing. People think, oh, it's just racing. It's like NASCAR. They just go around in a circle, fastest one wins. No, it's not that. They talk to these horses in their ears, man. They talk to them. They respond. Like, horses are so smart, man. They tell them to go, they go. They tell them to slow, they slow. Some of them don't. Some of them fight. Like, it's just truly, every race is like awesome to watch because its own entity, each race, and that's the cool part.
Once you start individualizing the horses and realizing that they all have their own personality and charisma and character, and they need to be treated the right way, I think you really start to open up, that there's so much more to it than just, oh, I'm putting $5 on this horse. I'm putting $5 on this horse. You know
absolutely.
What I mean? So.
Absolutely. I agree. And that's why, it's cool because people like us, we appreciate it. We appreciate all the little stuff. And, it makes the game fun. This is how you get drawn into it. Yeah, it's great to win money. It sucks to lose money. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you end up establishing these relationships almost like sports teams. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, how many times have we seen a horse come across that we've rooted for before? And we might not bet the horse, but we're rooting for it to do well because we like it, like it's such an easy sport to get into, man. It really is. I love it.
Your father and I's favorite horse will be at Saratoga next weekend.
I know it. Gamine comes back Travers Day, man. This next Saturday is going to be huge. It's going to be especially after last year, you had the Travers with no fans because of COVID, a little bit of a weird type of year with the whole Kentucky Derby being, or, the Triple Crown being swatched around. And then you got, what was his name? Oh my God. Who was the horse?
No, I can't think of his name. They won the first two, right?
Yeah, from Saratoga Stables.
Oh, New York. Is it New York?
It was New York horse. I can't even believe we're forgetting it right now. It'll pop up. But you had him racing in the Travers because it was it was almost like he was racing for the quadruple crown because he raced in the Belmont, the Saratoga Travers, the Kentucky Derby, the freaking Preakness. He ran in all of it. And that was, that was something that we weren't used to. So this year, I think the Travers next weekend is going to be insane. Tis the law.
There you go. I knew it was something like, I couldn't figure it out, but I knew it was okay. Tis the law. Yeah.
So next Saturday, man, it's going to be huge. It's going to be packed. It's going to be my biggest crowd of the year. It's going to be, unreal. It's unreal every time. And it's going to be again this year.
I'm giving you a prediction, over $40 million handled.
Easily. I agree. Yeah. I think I bet you it's in closer to the 45 range, I would say. Yeah. Maybe probably 40, 45 range. It's going to be a big day.
Which, they're setting records at 28. And now, I think they did 33 a couple weekends ago, but now they're going to do, I think 40 is very in the, very in,
because I'm telling you, and unfortunately, it was so unfortunate what happened last year with COVID and the way it affected everything, but it almost kind of hit like a reset button on people's enthusiasm. So this year, having it back after knowing that it can be taken away, they're not gonna miss it this year. All the people that said, "Oh, we'll go to the Travers," they're going this year. They're going. It's gonna be. I'm telling you, it's gonna be. It's the biggest day by far. It's gonna blow Belmont Stakes Day out of the water, which is crazy. Because Belmont Stakes Day is one of the biggest New York days every year, and that's gonna get destroyed next weekend.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited. We're ready to.
Yeah, and this card we got here tomorrow. We got Alabama Day, another good card. We got 3 stakes races. We're looking to really make some money here. We talked about this before. This is a loaded card. We like it. We think we picked some good horses, good prices. I'm ready to get into it. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, I'll take race 1.
Take race 1.
Saratoga, 6.5 furlongs, maiden special weight, $100,000. We're going 6.5 furlongs on the dirt. I got it 8-6-2-1. What do you got?
I got a 2-3-5-6.
talk to me about the 2 a little bit. I like the 2 as well. Talk to me about
I like this 2 Fan the Fire 6-1 money line right now with Tyler. As we were talking about, Tyler won the Skidmore Stakes. He's been winning a lot of his mounts recently. It's one for one race, one place. So it's not bad. It was in a good race too. It had American Experiment in there and had Slipstorm in there. 70K purchase. So one of the lower purchases in this class, but he was rough out of the gate, which is going to happen when you race new horses. And these are 2-year-olds. So they're young, new horses. A lot of them are firsts. And it's a Michael Maker, and Michael Maker's been cleaning up, he's been doing his thing. So I'm just taking the experience here. I'm taking the nice price at 6-1. And that's what I like about Fan the Fire. That's all I really.
Yeah. I thought that was a good pick. I did put him as my 3rd choice. 3 Diamonds Farm by Hard Spun. Like you said, Mike Maker, Tyler, big combination this year. I like the fact that he's got experience racing in $100,000 race, so this company isn't too much for him. Mm-hmm. I think you pretty much nailed it right there. And 6-1 the maiden race, man, you can never go against that. Right. Me early here, I'm doing something a little different. I don't usually go this route, but I'm going not only my best bet. One of my best bets comes here in the first race, but it comes in a horse that has never raced before. The 8, Raymond, he's going to be my best bet, my first one of the day, and I love him here. They purchased this horse for $1 million, okay, at the Keeneland sale. He's by Into Mischief. These Into Mischief horses have been running for fun. All these Into Mischief babies are cashing in, and I got a feeling, man, it just seems right. Ricardo, Steve, they've been hot. You're telling me that the breeder Stone Street Stables, they're also the owners, so they bred this horse. They own this horse. This horse means a lot to them for $1 million. Mm-hmm. That price tag, I can't look away. Don't get me wrong, there's big price tags in here. We got 280,000. The 6 horse Triple Elvis, who I think is the second best choice here. He was a $700,000 purchase. Again, look at his sire, Into Mischief. These Into Mischief horses are paying and they're playing, man. It's something that I can't avoid. So for me, the 8, 3-1, Ricardo, Steve Asmussen, $1 million. I'm going to try to get him home. And I'm hoping he's a decent price here. I think a lot of people are going to see the same price tag I see, and he probably will get a little bet. I'm hoping the 6, maybe the 1s are the favorite, but this is a live maiden race here to open it up, man. Big one.
Yeah, I was looking at the 3 Gilded Age as well, a 600K purchase. And it's Willie Mott and Junior Alvarado. And then that Triple Elvis, like you were saying, the number 6. I have this on my card as well. I think this is an interesting horse. I'm feeling this horse a little bit, and I'm gonna put something on. I'm gonna sprinkle something on it. Just Chad Brown, it's a Peter Brandt horse, and we got IRAD on it. 700K purchase, grandbaby of Serena Song. And this horse's mother is a sister of a great stakes winner, and this horse's older sister has multiple stakes wins. So it's got some good lineage. Like you said, this is a banger of a start to this, because there's going to be some, even there's not going to be, there's only one winner.
Yeah. I think there's 2 bad races.
Yeah. But, there's only going to be one winner, but I think there's multiple stakes winners in this card. In this race.
This opener.
Yep. In this opener, which is like, oh my God. And Absolutely. They're 2-year-olds, man. They're babies. You're gonna see them. Babies. You're gonna see some kicking and some screaming, but we're gonna get to the finish line.
I'm gonna throw a bold little prediction out here before we move on to race 2. Somebody's getting scratched at the gate.
Yeah.
I'm saying it right now. It's probably gonna be my 8 because I put so much weight on him. One of these horses isn't going to want to go in. Something's going to happen. Somebody's getting scratched at the gate here. I'm calling it now. Race 2, take it.
All right, race 2. On the dirt, 7 furlongs, 3-year-olds and up. It's an allowance race, but it's for $103,000. I've got it 2-3-1-4. Tell me what you got.
I got it 3-5-2-4.
Oh, okay. So we're all over that one.
Yeah, I noticed earlier looking at both once I put our picks together after we did it, I looked through and I was like, man, I think we're together on 2 races today.
Well, Well, the thing is, this race only has 5 horses. So
yeah, it's a weird one.
Yeah, so
a
it's
little weird short field.
But tell me what you like about Primacy, because I do like that 3 Primacy as well.
Yeah, so I looked at his last couple races. He seems to be finding a little bit more of his step. It appears. He outran his odds last race, so he ran into a really, really good horse named Bella Sophia. Bella Sophia has won a couple times. It's a good horse. So on that day, he was $9.60 to the dollar. So he was probably third or fourth choice. Came in third. I like that move after some of his previous races. I think when he came out and broke his maiden in a $62,000 maiden race. So he was facing a little bit of an field. He won, and then he stepped up to a 74,000 fifth, stepped into 111,000, came in third, and then stepped into a 92,000 third. So he's still trying to find his steps, but I don't know, man. I got a feeling Chad Brown's going to have this one ready to roll. And I like the pace of this race. You talked about it in the article. I think there's a lot of speed early, and I think Irad's got a shot to pick him off late with this 3 horse.
Yeah, I saw that they're also lengthening him out a bit, where they've got he usually runs 6 furlongs, and then 6.5, and he's always like passing late.
And look at the 5. Look at the 5. Dial me up. Look at how many ones he has in all of his races. You're telling me that when these gates open, this horse isn't going to try to fly?
No, that Jose is just going to try to beat him. Jose is just going to try to beat him.
Come catch me. And I think, I don't know. I think maybe the 2 meets up with him. Maybe the 4 hooks up with him on the front end with Louis. And I think they get into a little bit of a battle. Don't get me wrong. I think the 5 is very live. But I got a feeling he's going to burn the pace enough for his brother to come running late. And I think the same thing for the 2. I think the 2 has enough late race form. Look at his last race. He went 8th to 5th to 4th to 2nd. I mean, if this pace heats up, the 2 and the 3 could be the ones picking up pieces late.
What I really like about the 2 is that it's a $1 million purchase. We got a $1 million tag on this horse. They're expecting it to do well. They're putting in an allowance race, but it's not an easy allowance race. It's a tough allowance race. There's no rest for the wicked. It goes from a $75K optional claim where it got second place to a $103K allowance. So we're coming up a little bit,
Don't get me wrong. The 2 and the 3 of the 2 Chad Brown horses, the 2 is the better horse.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But for 7 to 5, I'm just going to take the 5 to 2 price tag personally. But I agree. I think the 2 and the 3, I really do. I think they're the most likely upsets of the 5.
I had the 3 as my second pick. So I'm the 2 and the 3. I'm not far off on. I could see both of those races, and I will exact the box both of them together. Especially, I think I might do a nice little 3-4 exact the box. I just like Saez on this Portilla a little bit, 5-1 morning line, but with the best. I don't know if it's getting 5-1 now because it's got Saez on the mount. Saez is starting to get the IRAD effect a bit.
But he's also racing. He hasn't raced the best races, and he's going against 3 horses here that are tough. Yeah. So that's why he's getting 5-1, even with Louis.
But we'll see. I do like that. I like the 2 and the 3. That's what I like about that race. I mean, it's only 5. It's a 5-horse field, so it's gonna be wide open. It's gonna be wide open.
All right, Saratoga race 3. Oh yeah, tons. 7 furlongs. We love those 7 furlongs races, man.
Yeah, baby.
Race 3. We jump into our first stakes race of the day. We got here the Smart and Fancy $120,000 stakes race. This isn't a graded stakes race, but it's still a stakes race. We're going 5.5 furlongs on the turf. I got it 1-4-2-5. I got nothing else I want to talk about this race. I like the 1. Everybody should like the 1. I'm going to play a 1-4 exacta because I love playing 1-4 exactas. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to let you talk. I'm going to let you take this race. So once you're done, we'll move to race 4. But I got it 1-4-2-5. I got nothing else to talk about.
Dylan's deferring to me here because I got the 1 as my best bet. Robin Sparkles. We've talked about this horse on here a bunch, even though it lost its last race, but it was a grade 3 race. It had Jose on the mount. He lost to Caravel in good spirits. Those are good horses, and it just got caught at the wire. You know, there's nothing bad about that. There's nothing wrong about that. I love this horse's early speed. This horse can fly, and Jose is going to do the same thing that he's going to do in the race previous. He's going to say, "Come catch me," and I don't think anybody that can come catch him. I don't think there's anybody that can catch Robin Sparkles. So. Yeah, that's all I got to say about this race. Lead Guitar, the 2, 5 to 6 in this money at this distance, 3 to 1, 3 to 3 in the money at Saratoga. So Lead Guitar, the 2 has to run down Robin Sparkles. I don't think it'll happen. And then I talked about the 3 a little bit, Hydra, because it's 30 to 1. It's got Manny Franco on there. So maybe it grabs something, but that's all I got to say. I think Robin Sparkles is the best horse in this field. If Robin Sparkles doesn't win, that's a shame because there's no reason it shouldn't.
I agree. And like I said, I don't have a lot to add at all. All I'm going to say is for everybody out there, because I know a lot of the Saratoga backers, a lot of the Saratoga followers are going to say these even money horses aren't winning these stakes races. I agree. I understand. But take your time to look at this field. Robin Sparkles is the fastest horse in this field. Speed's been winning early, especially in these short races on the turf. So I hear everybody that's saying I'm not taking even money in a stakes race. Fine. But this horse is falling into a stakes race that she's the only runner. So and me personally, I'm doing the 1-4 because I really like PD Bianchi. I think that horse is very good with Tyler Gaffleone. It's come in second his last 2 times, ran into a couple of good horses, but I think this is kind of one of those horses that doesn't really like to win. So I'm hoping it's running for second, and at 6 to 1, I might get a little nice price tag on that exact. Take race 4. It's all you.
All right, race 4, dirt, 6 furlongs, 3-year-olds and up. It's a maiden, $25,000. The purse is $42K. This is unfortunate.
We said there was 2 that were kind of This is the first one.
This is the first one. I've got it 11-3-8-7. How do you got it?
I got it 3-2-7-11.
Okay, so I mean we got everything.
I really, really, really like the 11. I do. I really like the 11. I think the 11 is. I mean, honestly, I picked it 3-2-7-11, but there was like a hair stretch between all of them. I think all of them could be interchangeable as the top pick. I went with Tom Morley in this 3 with Tyler Gaffleone. I just think it's been running a little bit better races, tougher races. I think they brought this horse out and they thought it would be better, and it hasn't been. So they're cutting it back. It's dropping way down in class. It's going from a $75,000 maiden race to a $25,000 maiden race. This horse is, I mean, he's stepping way down. So if he doesn't run here, he's not going to run ever. So I think this is a little desperation, and I think it's a chance to pick up a horse here. And Tyler's been riding well enough to hopefully light a little spark in this horse.
Yeah, I think all of these horses really just have kind of been disappointing, right? And I think that's what you can
consensus,
say, right? I like the 7 Know It All Red, and you do as well. Just because Eric Kinsell gets the jockey here, and he has gotten the jockey the last 2 times for this horse.
Race the best races.
And placed twice the last 2 times. Went to McCarthy 2 before that, and then Kinsell actually raced this at Aqueduct in March and got it in 3rd place. So, and he's raced under Kinsell 4 times. 3 times he's been in the money, and I don't think this horse is going to go off 5 to 1 at post.
He's going to be an overlay.
Yeah, way. I think
he's going to be an overlay.
So I think you could get a good price for this horse who's got a little bit of, I don't think it's very good just because it's raced at in this price range and it hasn't won yet. But, who knows? Maybe facing Pay Grade and Stormy Cat Lady and Sweet Franny Lou will help this horse out a bit. But this race kind of ugly.
Tell me why Tangerine Dream's your top pick.
So it's just because it's
that's the 11.
Yeah, the 11.
For anybody.
It's Luis Saez. It's 4 to 1 right now. I like that it's been at a 62K, a 52K, and a 70K. It's 0-1 at this distance, which means it has raced at this distance, which is nice. It knows the layout a little bit, and it's only race at Saratoga. It came in, it showed, and its first race. They raced it last year at Saratoga, then they raced it last year at Belmont, then they raced it last year at Aqueduct. And they've given this horse a lot of time off.
Yeah, so, he is coming off of a big layoff, but like we said a little bit about the 3, this 11's doing the same thing. I mean, he's going 62,000, 70,000, dropping down to 25,000, man. These horses are dropping into a class that, and if you look, some of these other horses, the way you can tell is look like the 8's running in a bunch of 40s, the 9 running in a bunch of 40s, the 10 running in a bunch of 40s. I mean, you got horses in here, the 7 running in a bunch of 25s. Not a lot of these horses are stepping way down like the 3 and the 11 are. So I don't know, man. I think there's a little something out there about these two horses. I think they're both trying to scoop something.
Yeah, I like also that this is a new training. This is a new trainer for Tangerine Dream as well. So maybe they see something and they're trying to get it acclimated. Maybe get a cheap win here and we'll go from there. Which is
build off of it, little build race.
Yeah, just a little build race. But I think the 11 and 3, who I have as my 1 and 2, and you have as your 1, and I think you put it as your toss up here. I think those are the 2 best horses in the race, and maybe it becomes a 2-horse race at the end. So.
Yeah, I put the 11 4th, but like I said, there's literally no difference in me between in this race with my 3, who's my top choice, and my 11, who's my 4th. I think all 4 horses that I pick, anybody can win. Even the 7 that we talked about, Red. I think he's another one. Even as the overlay, he could scoop this field.
Yeah,
anybody
100%.
Can. Anybody can. So I think we nailed that one pretty good though. Honestly, I do.
Okay. Race 5. You want me to take it again?
No, I got it. Race 5. Okay. We'll go mile on the 16th on the inner turf. We're going to $45,000 optional claiming. Purse is 95, but if you want to claim somebody, you're paying 45,000 here. I got it 1459. What do you got?
I got it 1357.
Okay. All right. So we both like the 1 Regal Speaker. Tell me why you like Regal Speaker.
Well, Regal Speaker won its last time out, and it was in an $80,000 allowance race. So I like the competition it was going up against. It had Irad on the mount, but now it gets Tyler here, which I don't mind. I think Tyler is just as patient as Irad is. Maybe hit me.
So I'm glad you touched right on that, because one thing I do want to point out that's a funny angle that I always like to take a look at here. There's a couple ways to look at this. So you look at the 1 and you say, okay, he's had Irad his last 2 times. He finished 2nd and 1st. Why wouldn't Irad ride this horse again? Because Irad decided to take the 4 Ghost Giant for Rob Atras, who is also Irad's never ridden this horse. So Irad had first choice to ride the 1, and he chose to take the 3, chose to take the 4 Ghost Giant instead of the 1 for Michael Dubb. So that's something that right away I went, why didn't I? Maybe Irad didn't like the way the horse ran. Maybe it didn't feel right. But like you said, getting Tyler I personally right now, don't get me wrong, Irad's better. But right now, Tyler's riding better. Tyler's riding better races than Irad is right now.
Yeah, and also I think that it plays to Tyler's strengths as well. This horse likes to come up late, and then finish and beat you. This horse has great late pace, and Regal Speaker and Tyler Gaffleone, I think they execute that both very well. So yeah, like we said, I think it plays into his hands, and he's 3 for 5 in the money in 2021, and he's only raced at Saratoga once. And what did he do?
He won.
He won. So yeah. There we go.
And I agree. And I think this is one of those races, again, like we talked about, this is a really good race to scout the speed. You look ahead, you see there's a lot of horses in here that are going to run. So in a long race on the turf, when you got horses this is a big race, man. They're going to start, they're going to go in front of everybody, and then they got to go all the way around again. And I think when they come around that second time, I think the 1's going to be picking up the pieces, because there's some pace in here, man. There's some horses that are going to try to go in this distance. You got the 3 who's got a ton of speed with Louis. It's an MTO, so it could get scratched off if it stays there. We've gotten some rain, But I mean, move on to the 4. Irad, aggressive outside. Jose Lizcano, aggressive on this 5. I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. There's a lot of speed here. I think we got the right horse. I really do. I think Regal Speaker is going to get a little overlooked here. Not a lot, because he's good. He's 5-2. He's going to get a little overlooked.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, we talked about it. I do like the 3 Tiergan with Luis Saez, but
it's an MPO.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to race. So I couldn't put it as my first because then I automatically catch the scratch there. But it's a good horse. Tiergan is a good horse. And I do like Maddie's Express, the Lescano horse, but it's already lost to Regal Speaker. And he just couldn't hold. He couldn't hold. And I don't, so and then the last race, Maddie's Express actually raced after he lost to Regal Speaker at this distance, and he won by a neck. I don't think he can do that against Regal Speaker because I think Regal Speaker catches him.
I agree.
So
I agree. Absolutely. That's all I got for race 5, man.
One thing, the 7, Sheik and Wilbur, Perez is on the jockey. I don't even know who that is. Anthony Ferraro is the trainer here. All I want to say about this horse is the speed figures are pretty balanced. Is that Pimlico the last time it ran? I think it ran at Pimlico. It won, and it's 20-1. So in a field that's just kind of, we got like 2 or 3 good ones, and maybe this horse sneaks up and grabs something here. Sheik and Wilbur 20-1 on the 7. Who knows? It's the toss up, right? So throw poop at the wall, see if it sticks.
Race 6, it's all you.
Race 6. We're on the turf for 5.5 furlongs. We're at the 3-year-olds and up, the females, the ladies, the fillies.
New York breds, all New York breds, all New York bred women in this race.
Optional claim 45K. So I have 4936. Tell me what you got here.
I got an 8693. This is one of those races we kind of went a little different ways here. We both like the 9 and the 3, and the 6. So the only we're really only different here on our top choice. Yeah, and I like Silky Blue. I think that horse. You know what it is for me though this year is Manny Franco isn't doing it for me in the winter circuit. He's running good races, but he's not winning enough for me to put some stock in him.
The only thing I don't like about this horse is the price. I don't like it. It's 5-2.
Yeah.
I'm playing exotics here. I'm playing a trifecta. I'm playing a superfecta. I may do some picks, but I'm not singling this horse. I like the 4 because I think maybe it's got a good shot to win. I'm thinking it's going to win, but at 5-2, you couldn't catch me dead betting that horse.
Yeah. I think I took 2 favorites today, and one was Robin Sparkles, and the other one was the 8 Coco Pelli.
Okay.
Coco Pelli, 8-5. Christophe Clement. So you're getting Christophe Clement. You're getting him on the grass. I know he's not winning at the clip he was winning last year, but this horse just looks good. He's raced well on the turf each time. First, third, 3 for 3 in the money. And guess what? He's a son of Intimischief, or a daughter of Intimischief. That's all I need with these Intimischief horses, man. They're running so well that I can't. It seems like every time I turn on a maiden race or an allowance race or an optional, it's like all of a sudden they're like, oh, it's a son of Intimischief. It's a daughter of It's like this horse is just winning everywhere this year, especially in New York. So New York breds, I just think this girl's got a lot to run for here. And I get Irad aboard on the turf, so I can't be mad there.
Mm-hmm. I just want to talk about
you left the 8 off the car. I'm shocked you left them off.
Yeah. I just I don't know. I don't know why I didn't. I just didn't pull the trigger there. Maybe I liked it a little too much, and I was like, if I pick this horse, it'll lose. But I do want to talk about the 9 Saratoga Love, just because it's got good early speed, 2-3 in the money with a win at this distance. Choice.
Yeah.
Right. And Gaff rode him last time to a disappointing last place finish, but the race was kind of. It was just he didn't have any speed, and I'm hoping to get a good bounce back here. Tyler gets the handle again, so I think with a bit of knowledge and experience there, it'll help him. Also, his dad or her dad's name is Palace Malice, so you got to go with that one. Palace Malice
was a very good horse. Palace
and
Malice, very good horse.
And there's nothing better than the Malice at the Palace. So,
Absolutely.
Which you should watch that documentary. I think you'll like it. As a Pistons fan, I know
I gotta watch it.
You gotta watch it, man. It's only like an hour. It's only like an hour, and it's all like Ron Artest and Steven.
This is gonna kill me. This is gonna kill me, and anybody that watches this is probably gonna think differently of me because I know my dad does every time I say it. I still haven't watched The Last Dance, so like I gotta catch up, man.
That was basically just ESPN telling everybody why Michael Jordan was so good. You know what I mean? It's like, okay,
yeah, right.
I get it.
But I mean, still, I gotta watch it. MJ, I gotta watch all these freaking things.
Yeah.
I'm good on race 6 though, man.
Yeah. We're good.
Good. All right.
Yep.
Race 7, 6.5 furlongs on the dirt. We got $100,000 maiden special weight. This is a great race. I got my second best bet of the day here, my last best bet of the day here, and I think it is my most loaded one. I do love the 8 in race 1. I think that was $1 million purchase. Like I said, everything I talked about, that 8 is good. I think this my prankster is coming out a little bit more live. This horse is, again, by Stone Street, the same breeder that bred the 8 in the first race, but they don't own this horse. So we get a little bit of a different owner, a little bit of change of hands. It's $600,000 purchase, so it's a little less than $1 million. But the sire, as I'm going to continuously talk about, is Into Mischief. And this is another first-time starter. I don't typically love first-time starters in maiden races. I've talked about it on this show. I like experience. I love experience. I'm terrified that my 8 and my two best bets aren't going to break well because we have no idea how they're going to break. But I think if both of them break, they're gone. And this one with Louis at 6.5 furlongs, just like with Ricardo, I think if he gets a nose ahead, everybody's playing for second. So I got the 2, my prankster, as my second best bet of the day.
Oh, yeah, no, I think that's good here. I like the 8 reserve currency with Irad. That's mine. Like that's who I'm betting here. Klarovich Stables and Chad Brown, $375K purchase. It's gotten some good track records. They're saying this horse is running real well. Ran 3 furlongs at 37 seconds. It's not bad.
I'm sorry. I get, earlier I got real excited reading this horse. I like this horse, this 2, man. I forgot. Yeah. I got it 2.968. So what's your 4?
I got it 8.631. We both like that 6 Seal Beach with Tyler Gaffleone. Also, I like the 6 Seal Beach, the Gaffleone horse that I was just talking about, just because it's got a race under its belt and it was a wet one. It was an ugly 100, but it was a 100K race, but it was ugly and it was wet. And it closed. It closed. And maybe with some speed here, maybe it gets a start against some green opponents. And it's maker trained.
And it's hard to make up ground in those wet races. So hopefully he gets a drier track. I agree, man. The 6 is live. I think the 6 is live. I think the 9 is live too. Cogburn, Ricardo Santana, Steve Asmussen. I think that's another horse that you just might not want to leave off your ticket. Same thing with reserve currency. Although my issue with the 8 in these Klarovich Stables first-time starters is that they're not winning right now. I mean, Klarovich Stables is still doing their thing, but they're not winning first-time starters. So I'm looking away from that one, and that's why I landed on the 2, man. I think Todd Pletcher's got one of the best horses, one of these young best 2-year-olds here.
Yep. We're good there.
Yeah, race 8. Go for it.
All right. Race 8. We're on the dirt, 7 furlongs, 3-year-olds and up, 35K. Claimer with a 50K purse. I've got it 2-4-6-9. How do you have it?
I got it 3-2-7-4.
All right. So we're both looking at that 2 Galani Brigade. That's who I have as my winner. I'm nervous. I got to tell you, I'm nervous with Castellano on the mount here. It's bothering me a little bit.
It is a little bit, man, because he's not racing the best races. And I mean, everybody's talking about it now, but go back to some of his best races. If you go back to 2019, Saratoga first with Castellano. August and 20, Saratoga first with Castellano. I don't know, man. It's one of those horses, like you said, that's why I picked him second, because I just don't know how to feel about this horse. I feel like on paper, this horse should be good, but Castellano's just not winning at the clip that I would like for him to win at. So I took a little bit of a shot here with a price. I mean, I've been force feeding everybody Tyler Gaffley. I'll admit it. I've been beating his drum since we started this whole meet here at Saratoga. And I'm taking him at 6-1. He gets Brad Cox. No, there's nothing really to look at in his last race. Draw a line through it. He stalked, he weakened. He finished 7th. But look at before that. First, second, third. 4 straight races in the money. Has never raced at Saratoga before. He's caught a muddy track twice. I'm hoping he gets a good trip here at 6-1. I'm just taking a shot. I know this 4 is going to be blasted. Claravich Stables, Chad Brown, Irad, 9-5. They're going to crush this 4 horse. I'm hoping that the public's wrong here.
I'm hoping that the public's wrong as well, because I'm gonna look at that 6L Sobreviviente, the survivor, and it's Saez and Maker. I like that.
You just crushed that pronunciation.
I'm trying, man. My Spanish
after
is
last week we practiced.
yeah, especially my Spanish, man. If I don't, Laura's gonna kill me. I need it. But no, I like Saez and Maker. It's only 4-12 all time in the money, but 2-6-21, and it's getting a little bit of a cutback here. We're cutting back. He went a mile his last time out. Time to cut it back a little bit. Maybe he gets lucky. Maybe Saez puts the hammer on him and gets him past the line. But that's really all I'm feeling. Besides that, also that 9 horse. There is a storm brewing. Too long of a horse name, by the way. You got to keep it sweet and simple. You know what I mean? If they on DRF, if they've got to like shorten your name up, it's too long.
It's too long.
Keep it like short.
It's like the dudes with the last names that curve all across the jersey.
Yeah. Chill out.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think we said it perfect for that one.
All right. 9. We're getting into the
all right,
grade,
man. Here
baby.
we go. We got the 2 big ones. We're loading up. We're knocking them out of the park. We got back-to-back grade races. Grade 2, Lake Placid, $200,000 race going a mile and a 16th on the turf. This is a fantastic race. This thing is loaded. I got it 5-2-3-6. What do you got?
I've got a 2-5-4-6, and my second best bet of the day comes here with the 2. Technical analysis.
So before you jump into your best bet, I'll give it to you. I think the 2 is loaded. I love those Irish horses on the grass. The only reason why I didn't take him here is because Johnny V has been riding so well in these stakes races. He's been getting at least one a weekend for the last 4 weekends. So I think he's live here with Love Struck, Godolphin Stables. Look at his last trip. He got pinched wide the whole way around the track, and he weakened late. So he was wide. He was 3 wide. He didn't get a good trip. So Bill Mott, Johnny V, set him back into what he's comfortable here with the longer distance. Last race was a mile. His 2 previous were a mile and a 16th. He won
both of them. Yeah.
So now he's stretching back out to the mile and a 16th, and he's got, again, a hot jockey in stakes races in Godolphin Stables, man. Anytime you see the blue with the white or the blue cap, the blue and the whites, man, they're classic fit. It reminds me of a nice old school jersey. Like, I really like Godolphin Silks, man. It's plain, it's simple. I'm taking a 5, and I think everybody who does take the 5 is going to love his price tag, because this 2 is the best horse in the race. The 2 should win.
No, I do like the 5 Love Struck. I also have that Johnny has been sniping stakes races at an insane clip here. I mean, that's just kind of crazy how good he's been doing. And Love Struck is 2 for 2 at this distance. So, and both of them, he didn't win by any, neck or anything. He won by at least, a little bit. He edged away at the end of it. He gets away. So the 5 likes this distance. I think this distance is good for him. I'm just hoping the 2, I picked the 2, and I wrote this in my best bet column this week. The 2 is giving me something that I haven't gotten a lot with my horses for best bets. It's got a nice late kick. It's got that little edge to finish.
It can do both, like you said. And you said that in the article. He's so tactical, this 2, man. He's so tactical. He can win on front. He can win catching you. I agree, man. I think this 2 is loaded. I think he's loaded.
I'm really falling for the hype here with this 2. I'm hoping that hoping that it's a really special horse. And there's nothing wrong losing a Con Lima. That's a great horse. Losing a Con Lima is nothing to be sad about. And it's had Jose Ortiz the last 4 times it's raced. It had Irad its first time out, didn't win, switches to Jose, wins, switches to Jose again, wins, loses with Jose, but in a tougher race, and then goes to Jose again and he wins. So, I like this horse has a little bit of rapport, but I also like that 5 Love Struck. I'm really liking that. And
I think that's a fun exacta too to box.
The 2, yeah, for sure.
Because just always in
box your exactas.
Always box your exactas. Because I think, in a case where the 5 can't catch the 2, he's still going to be a good enough price to get you a nice little return on the exacta.
I also like just to talk this 4 Runaway Rumor. It's got good late pace and it's Lescano, and he always snipes at least one of these,
especially on the turf.
He's a late race king, man. That dude loves like winning race 10. You know what I mean?
He cleans up the turf. Yeah, I agree. He's
a little impressive. And then this 6 for Mark Cassie and Ricardo Santana. I like this, a Spanish love affair. It's a cute horse. I don't think it's really got anything here, but I don't know. I like it. I like the horse. I hope something happens with this one. I like it. I put it in my toss up. I don't think it's got any of the talent that any of the other ones, especially not the 2 or the 5. But maybe it finds itself somewhere here. And
all right, man. That's all I got there.
Yeah, that's all I got there too.
Race 10, grade 1, Alabama. We are going 1.25 miles on the dirt. It's the longest race they can race on this dirt course. This thing is long. I got it 7, 6, 4, 1. What do you got?
I got it 5, 6, 4, 3.
There's a trend here. In case anybody couldn't tell, RJ and myself do not trust the 6 Malatha again after what it did to us the last time. I will say, as we spoke about, his last race, he had the 1 hole. He was down on the rail, okay? So he had to race the lead every time. Look at his races. He's only done that 1 time, and it was at Aqueduct 5 races back where he went around the entire thing and led. Other than that, this horse goes 5th to 1st, 3rd to 1st, 5th to 1st, 5th to 1st. I think him having the 6 hole is dangerous. Now, again, this is a perfect position. He's even money. It's a stakes race. I'm not betting him at even money. So I'm taking my boy. I looked at the field. I think this field is good. But this horse, man, this 7, Army Wife, I don't know. I got a feeling. 3 Diamonds Farm, Mike Naker, Tyler Gaffleone. This horse has won 2 graded stakes races back-to-back in the Black-Eyed Susan and the Iowa Oaks. I just got a feeling he's going to race really well here, and I like it. I like his odds, man. I really do. 6 to 1. I love his odds here. So I got it 7, 6, 4, 1 in the Bama. What do you got?
I got it 5, 6, 4 to 4 and 3. I like the 5 played hard. It's got the earliest fast speed, 280K purchase, an Into Mischief horse. We've been talking about Into Mischief horses all through this year. It's won its last 2. One was an allowance and one was a maiden special weight. So this horse doesn't have the, maybe some of the accolades that some of these horses here, but I'm taking a shot here in a stakes race. It's 15 to 1. I'm not going to get caught betting Malathat for how bad it screwed me over last time, because that was just an ugly, ugly, ugly loss. They can say the horse ran its best race and just got clipped, whatever. Still, a loss is a loss. You got to eat that. You got to eat the fact that some of the shine falls off your horse. And this field isn't, I think it's even better than the CCA Oaks, the one that it lost. I think.
Yeah, this is a better field than that race.
The better field, because the
Maracuja beat him.
Yeah, so I do like. So I'm taking a shot with the 15
like we said, I think the post position matters for him.
Yeah. For sure.
He's much more dangerous in the 6 path than he was in the 1 hole.
And I think you got to give props to, that's why I put the as my 3, the number 4 Maracuja, because Ricardo ran him down. I mean, he ran Malathat down.
And that was the race where Ricardo was pressing the pace and you watched him stop his horse, let those two go. And then he came. That was I'm going to remember that race for the rest of my life. That was one of the smartest jockey decisions I've ever watched mid-race. When they came out of the gate, Ricardo was going. He was pushing Malathat. He was going to be the pressure. He saw that the other horse was doing his job. He said, go ahead. I'll come get you later. And he did it. Like that was a fantastic race. I'll never forget that race. That was one of the best races I've watched.
I mean, you gotta understand why Rob Atras keeps going to Ricardo over and over and over again. There's something that he likes there, with his style.
That's all I got for the Bama, man. That's all I got.
Yeah, and the three I have as my toss up. But Clairiere is, it's a good horse, but it's gonna play spectator to the Maracuja. Malathaat played hard. Army Wife. I think those are the ones that have the chances here, and hope Malathat gets back on track. But I like the 5 at 15-1, and I'm not going to take I'm not getting beat over the head with a 1-1 loser. You know what I mean?
No. Race 11, take it.
All right, race 11. We're on the inner turf for a mile. 3-year-old females and up, maiden special weight. $100,000. $100,000 to end off our beautiful 11 race day. I've got 9, 4, 5, 6. What do you got?
I got it 9, 4, 1, 5. So I'm already boxing the 9, 4, and that's it for me, man. That's all I need. We're together on one. I'm taking it.
Yeah, So Enchanting, I think is the best horse here, the number 9. That's all I got. I think that, and then the split and double. I think it's a Jose Irad finish. So
I agree. You're getting a nice Ortiz Brothers exacta there in the end. That's all I got.
Yep, that's all I got.
RJ, man, as always, we're Bama week. That's it. That's it for us. We'll see everybody next week for Travers, man.
I'll see you, brother.
Can't wait.
Take it easy, man.